What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, out here with another comic review. So, we got Hawkman, #1. I've been looking forward to this, Hawkman needs to get some love, and he's getting the love that he needs, and we got this wonderful variant cover. I forgot who did it. Maybe it's a Sinclair cover. Looks pretty dope. Got Hawkman with his wings and everything like that, with the Hawkman emblem looking fantastic. And this is like an Indiana Jones book. He's out, he's an archaeologist, he's got powers, and he's just finding artifacts. So let's get to it. So we're open to another great shot of Hawkman. He's Carter Hall, basically. Saying this, I'm Carter Hall, I'm Hawkman. I'm an archaeologist, a scholar, a preservationist of history. More than that, I am history. I've reincarnated across time, stretching back to the dawn of man. I've ruled as an Egyptian prince, battled as a medieval knight, dueled as an Old West gun hand. Yet lately, I've been plagued by the thought that the subject I know the least about is myself, that pieces of my history are missing. There remains the only one truth that I know certain. I am made to soar. So he gets to fly. And sorry, this is not a Sinclair cover. My bad. He's the colorist. Still great job. This is a Stefan Sejic cover. A Sejic cover. Yeah. So let's go. So we see that he's in Greece, and he's just talking to himself. He's just he's just talking about the flight, then why he just likes spending so much time underground, darkness, suffocating spaces. Is it because the past is buried? It's because the past is buried. He's pretty much saying that why am I always underground if I love to fly so much? Well, it's because this is where the past is, and I'm swept up in the pursuit of it, like a sparrow in a gale, driven by the twin compulsions of my existence, exploration and discovery. So he likes to explore, he reads and explore, he does new things. So here he's found something. It's like, my compulsions brought me to the ancient ruins of the temple of Kung, the All-Sea. Many lives ago, when trade routes to the gorilla kingdom were at their zenith, the gorillas spoke of seafaring cousins, pirates who plundered Africa's waters of treasures, offering them to a pagan god. Treasures like the Nautilus of Revealment, used to suss out thieves and spies, it was rumored to show one's true past. I spent weeks searching for it. I know the dangers were great, but I had to go for it. And then, of course, he awakens the Protector, who dares steal from Kung. And it's like there's no turning back. I've begun an adventure of outward exploration that I hope leads to the discovery within. So, before he's on a boat with a friend of his, you see, that's what you described in your old parchments, Carter. Fishermen around it here called the ape's paw. Little finger is even the longest. None of us ever came out this way. No fish, the old men say. The water's bad. It's like, I thought you were the oldest man in these waters, Giannis. It's like, not when you're around. You see, I'm sorry you lost a day's work to bring me here, but I would have taken weeks of flying to find this place of my own. There are thousands of islands in the Aegean, and they never look the same from up there as they do down here. It's like, Agatha packed salted fish. She says you don't eat enough. I wish it were more, but the season has been poor. Said thank her for me. Hopefully I can visit again. To sleep on my hard floor? It's like you should be living on a yacht and drinking like Dionysus if you sold the trinkets and treasures you find. He's like, a rich scholar? I'd lose my credibility. The grants and consulting fees get me by. Humble man, I like Carter Hall. You already like him. So, you just see, my father told me many times how you helped him out in our Civil War. He said the soldiers thought you were an angel. My grandchildren hear the same story, and there is wool after them. There will always be a Stavropolis here. Stavropolis to help you. In Christian theology, Metatron is the angel of life, Azrael the angel of death. Which did your father think I was? The first one, I suppose. Not so much for the opposing army. See, if there's a lesson all the living and dying has taught me, it's that there can never be one without the other. So we see that he adds and puts on his trinket, he transforms, he becomes Hawkman. It's like Angelos. It's like, love to Agatha and the family for me. Giannis. So he flies off, and then we get back to where he was before, where the guardian of this artifact that he has stolen is attacking him. And he's like telling him to, it's like, return the Nautilus or perish. Let's see, how about I borrow it for a weekend, bring it back? Thief, right, I'll be finding my exit then. So he goes into the water, begins his escape. And you just see him even muffled like this, return the Nautilus. So he keeps running. We just see a nice progression, bada boom. He keeps running, he keeps running. He gets out, swimming, sorry, keeps swimming, boom. Manages to grab onto a rock. And it's like, outward exploration with. I have to believe I'll find the answers I'm searching for. That's no matter how deep the darkness, no matter how suffocating the space is, I will find a way to the light and open skies. And we just see that the Guardian is like, I'm not done. Return that Nautilus, man. And we just see, or perish. You're a Guardian Golem. I respect that. It's like, too bad for you. Only one of us has wings, and my boy just sprouts out his wings like, yeah, you're giving me that back. It's like, but what if the sky is no longer my refuge? During my research into the Gorilla Kingdom, I found mention of mythic winged primates who visit Earth from another realm, the Wingors. Some stories are real. And then we just see his friend, Giannis, just speaking Den Topistivo. And we just see return the Nautilus or perish. So that's when Hawkman's like, okay, gotta end this quick. He brings out his mace like, thief. And he says something like this, I get no joy from destroying history. It's like, and he just smashes the eye, boom, and destroys the whole thing. And he pretty much regrets doing that. It's like, sometimes to shatter one past to preserve another. I have to know if the thought that plagues me is correct, because to know if my history is incomplete. And I need help. So Carter makes it all the way to Madame Yondu, or Xanadu. And, she greets him, saying that, to do it well. It's like everyone wants to believe in something, especially to the people who don't believe anything. Lucky for me, those are the ones who usually have the most sterling to spend. It's like, there's something I'm digging into. It's a little out of my depths, and I could use your expertise. Come back. I'll pour you this a cup. Might be better in the parlor. It's like, this may require one of your rituals. They're called spells, darling. As such a historian, you're so planted in documented and verifiable, you won't acknowledge the existence of the very magic you've come here for. Sit. What's in the bag there? My most recent find. It's like, Alk Kong's Nautilus of Revealment. You just see the shell. It's like the shell of Alcy. If Merlin had possessed it, he wouldn't have needed to fuss with all that sword and the stone business. So it isn't something that you're digging into. It's someone. Who? It's like me. That's a deep hole. Think carefully before you journey to the bottom. It's like all I do is think of all my lives. I've been uncovering my past. I speak thousands of languages, living and extinct. I've been to every country 12 times over, and I never sit still. I can't sleep. But with everything I know, there's this gnawing feeling that I don't know myself. What if all the researching and ruin running was never about history? What if it's about my story? And she's like, okay, fair enough. It's like, but afterward the shell stays with me. That's my price. You're going to do it here? I thought those items out front are for tourists. I'm the real magic. Give us a hand. So basically, it took the doctors millennia to discover what the gorillas of Alk Kong knew. Blood contains an ocean of existence. A single drop. So takes a drop of his blood. She mutters a spell, and he's like, so something gonna happen? And then all of a sudden, we just see, metaphorically, the floor under him just cracks. And we can see all the history on a great splash page, all the history of Carter Hall's lives, just flooding through everything. Hawkman, when he was a knight, the Dark Knight, when he was enslaved by the Nth Metal, everything, Egypt, all of his lives. It's like, I feel like Prince Khufu on Egypt. I feel lives like Carter Hall of Thanagar. I feel lives of Carter Hall of Krypton that I never knew existed at all. So he's feeling all of these lives he's never experienced before. I feel so many others. They belong to me. They're my story. I haven't been reincarnating across time. I've been reincarnating across time and space. And then we just see this everything like this. It all started with an origin long ago forgotten, beginning with Earth, one that will bring slaughter to me and all the worlds I've known. I'm the only one who could stop it. So he crashes back to his reality. And we just see, steady on, Carter. You fell from the chair. Do it again. I need to see. Carter. Who's Carter All of Krypton? And Carter Thule of Ron? I say, they were me. There's something I'm supposed to do, a mission, or Earth will die. Is this why I've been reincarnating? Why I can't remember? Damn it, Xanadu, help me remember. I can't. But I saw what you saw, giant winged beings, what Earth laid to waste. How can I stop it? It's like, if I don't know what it is, how? Just the outward exploration. It's like, the answer must be in my past. It must be. I have to find it. Let's see. I don't know. There's only one thing I can foretell. You will die 100 more deaths before you know the answer. I was right. It's like, there's more to my story. I'm Carter Hall. I'm Hawkman. And I'm already too late. Then next, the race begins. Oh, this was a fantastic book. I give it a 9 out of 10 because it had everything. You know, this is definitely great adventure book. It has a lot of elements to it. Very fantastic. A hard buy. Venditti has always been good. I never got to read much of his Green Lantern Corps book, so I can only wish him the best, but this was fantastic. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics, get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. I should have probably more reviews up later today. Maybe. Who knows? See ya.